Minot State men's hockey will soon add its third banner to the rafters of the Mesa Arena after winning last season's ACHA national title. Yeah, Phil, the Class B baseball and softball tournaments have not really gone according to plan for teams from the West. Only one still has a chance to win a state title, and the Beulah Miners are just 2 wins away from making history. Yeah, Luke, the boys' game up here in Minot looks to be just as exciting as that girls' game. 8-1 Magi, number 3 in the latest Class A poll, and they're hosting one of 2 teams in the WDA yet to lose in the league in the 8-1 Century Patriots, who are number 1 in that latest Class A poll.
Arguably the top high school soccer player in our state has announced where she'll be playing college soccer following her senior season at Minot High. The North Dakota Gatorade Player of the Year in girls soccer and KX Sports Soccer Athlete of the Year, Emerson Perrin, is committed to North Dakota State University. Another team trying to lock up that first dub is Rugby at home against 1-3 Thompson. And Rugby forced to punt on a 4th down first quarter, but look out, it's a fumble. Tommies come out with it, but look at this, it's ruled a Panther recovery. Now Thompson defense would come up big back against the wall second quarter. Easton Lovelace loves this play. His interception keeps Rugby off the board on 4th down. Thompson, a big road winner, 43-14. Moving to Class B volleyball, Bishop Ryan back home tonight against Glenburn. The Lions trying to secure a sweep in the 3rd set. They find Caitlin O'Farrell, and she pushes this ball right between the blocker's hands, but that blocker, Emma Jones, has an answer later. The dig goes long, but a nice reaction at the net by the sophomore, able to pick up the point there. It's a competitive set ultimately, but the Lions would make the plays they need to win it. A couple of passes, sets up Ann Fricky for the kill, and she makes the play. Bishop Ryan wins it 3-0. Yeah, I mean, a lot of exciting matchups and a lot of our West teams making trips here. You got Velva Drake and Moose Garrison going for their first title since 2010. New Salem Alma on the 9B side trying to get their first title since 1986. And also Century, the Cinderella story. Is the glass slipper still on, trying to win it as an 8 seed, and Jamestown back here again trying to repeat. Class B girls golf continues its march to the state tournament out east. Believe it or not, that's only about a month away, so the time is starting to wind down for players to qualify for that tournament. DLB hosting one of 2 varsity Class B meets locally today at Wildwood Country Club, and pick it up on hole 4 with who else? DLB's Layla Christensen once again showing off the short game to take birdie on the par 3. Look at that. Got just enough on that one. Well done. Up on hole 5, par 4 with Tioga's Ava Wallen with a birdie chance of her own. That putt somehow just a touch short. She'll have to settle for par. Also in this group is another DLB golfer in sophomore Ella Pearson. This putt pretty, and it gives her a 4. Long before strapping up the helmet and shoulder pads for Minot State, sophomore offensive lineman Max Bray first picked up a guitar at 9 years old. This helped him learn rhythm, sparking a passion for music.
It just kind of evolved into more like, you know, this is really something that is a God-given gift. You know, what am I going to use it for?
What he's done with this gift is create his own music, including his first single, Resurrection's Vow, released on Spotify earlier this month.
I spent my whole life chasing my own feelings.
It represents how I felt when I finally realized that I learned to let go of all the mistakes I've made and to give it to Christ. This is my 2nd year of college, but my first year kind of struggled a bit mentally, and I was kind of having it rough. I had a few bad moments, but I ran to the church because I knew that's where I needed to go.
Alongside help from friend Isaiah Jackson, Bray produces music for Upward Records, part of an outward expression of his faith.
I'm not doing it for self-glory. I'm not doing it just because, you know, it just makes me feel good or makes me look good. And I'm a student athlete and do music. I could care less about that. The only thing I care about is that's how I process spiritually, and I know people out there do the same.
I think it's really cool that he has that music to turn to and that he vocalizes it as his faith and passion.
Writing lyrics and laying down tracks help him get away from the busy life of a student athlete.
When I've lost my way, do I still have grace?
Music's something I go to kind of escape all the busyness and to spend time with the Lord and to spend time just processing and praying. A lot of my songs are just prayers. It's just a way for me to just get out there and get into my own world.
I think that's definitely something that's really important. It's something that's really beneficial for someone's mental health to get away from it all.
Reporting in Minot for KX Sports.
ashes vow.
I'm Tristan Thomas. Patriot Field has a special meaning for those who gave the baseball diamond its name.
We could have used a veterans field, a soldiers field, but we wanted a field that represented everybody in Tioga. We're patriots.
Prior to 2020, the Tioga baseball program only went as high as Little League. Organizations like the American Legion Post 139 played a big part in bringing Legion baseball back to town for the first time in nearly a decade.
About 2 years ago, the high school called us and said they had a renewed interest in high school baseball, but didn't have a field to play on, so they asked the Legion if they could use their field. Well, our field hadn't had a team on it in 10 years, so it needed some maintenance. Rather than putting a bandage on it, we said, let's rebuild the whole field.
Post 139, Tioga High School, and others helped fund a $500,000 project, including a new scoreboard, field, dugouts, bleachers, and press box utilized by the school and summer baseball teams.
They wanted to bring baseball back to Tioga, and through their efforts, they've renovated this field and renamed it Tioga Patriot Field. American Legion Post 139 Patriot Field, and 3 years later we're playing on our field.
It's different from what we've had in the past few years because a lot of our baseball program has stopped at Little League, and so I guess for the past couple of years I've went over to Ray and played for their Babe Ruth team, and now it's a lot easier and a lot more fun to play for a team that you're familiar with.
Players and coaches hope this commitment to expanding the opportunities in youth baseball pays dividends in the years to come.
Our Legion program is a lot of younger players that are playing, but they're going to get better because of it, and we hope we can instill a love of baseball in these younger kids and help grow the program.
You're playing against a lot more high school kids like you're used to in the spring ball season, so less kids go out in the summer ball, but the ones that care about it and the ones that are good at it go out for summer ball.
In Tioga, I'm Tristan Thomas, reporting for KX Sports.